talking Leanne.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I have with me Jared Hendricks. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing well.
It's a pleasure to have you today.
Thank you.
This is your first time on the show.
It is,
So why don't you give our viewers a quick idea of who you are and what you do?
Sure. I'm Jared Hendricks with the Owatonna Public Utilities, and my role there is marketing and energy conservation, really. So a little bit of what I do is work with our rebate programs. I work with our customers, both business and residential customers, on those rebates and some energy conservation items like that as well.
Well, and one of the greatest programs that the utilities has is this energy audit.
Yes.
And that sounds scary because it's usually associated with the IRS, and
Yes,
we don't want to do
no,
that.
This is not a scary audit.
No,
Definitely not.
This is a good audit. And the nice thing is that the utilities has decided to put on a class to tell people a little bit about that. So let's start there. When and where is the class?
All right, the one in Owatonna is on the 23rd. It's a Thursday, so January 23rd at 6:30 in the afternoon. We felt that was a good time for everybody to be able to make it. They're not at work, maybe they've had a chance to get a bite to eat and everything, and kind of settle down for the day, not take a day off of work. So 6:30 on January 23rd, which is a Thursday, and that'll be right at the Owatonna Public Utilities office downstairs in our commission room.
Okay, and so this is an opportunity for people to, first of all, say hello to the public utilities, maybe get a glimpse at some of the stuff you guys are doing around there, but also find out what this audit really is.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. What will the workshop tell people when they attend?
The workshop is going to go through a couple of things. It's going to kind of talk about how does a Minnesota home use energy? Where does it lose energy? Where does it use it? What are some of the inefficiencies of a Minnesota home?
Which is so important because a Minnesota home and a Florida home are
completely different things.
Completely different things.
Definitely.
Yes.
It's then going to kind of talk about what are some just free or very low-cost tips that a homeowner can use to help save energy in their home. It might be different things like sealing up around windows or doors, or weatherizing a door gasket because it's a little bit leaky, or putting in compact fluorescent light bulbs or LED light bulbs instead of those incandescent light bulbs as well.
Yeah. See, now that's a great thing because I walk into the light bulb aisle and I'm like, I don't know. There's all these things, and so just to be able to have someone say, this is what this is what that is, kind of give you an idea of what they are, that's fantastic. Also, there's opportunities to learn about CEE financing. What is that?
That one's actually going to be new for me as well.
Okay.
CEE is the Center for Energy and Environment, and they're really partnering with us very heavily on this. They're actually going to put on most of the workshop for our customers, I don't remember. It was going to be Ashley, and I forget who's now actually going to be putting it on in Owatonna. But they let me know that there is a CEE financing option available for some of the customers. And so it's going to be an opportunity for myself as well as our customers to learn a little bit about that and see what options are out there for that as well.
Fantastic. So let's talk about the audit itself. This is an opportunity where they actually come to your home.
Yes.
It's not this is an event where it's in a conference room.
Correct.
But the audit itself, they come to your home.
Yes, they come right into your home, and they look at a bunch of different things. It's basically a basement to attic inspection of your house. An inspection maybe is it's not an IRS audit or an IRS inspection, but it's really looking at where your energy losses happening in your house. They start with your furnace to make sure that there's no carbon monoxide or CO being outputted by a furnace, that it's doing a good job still, that everything's operating correctly with that. And they go all the way up to your attic to see if you've been insulated properly and sealed properly in your attic to make sure that you're not losing so much energy just right out your roof.
Because we oftentimes think, well, it's kind of drafty by my window, that's where I'm losing all my energy. But not necessarily.
Not necessarily. If it's drafty by your window, you're definitely losing some energy there. But a big one is most older Minnesota homes are not insulated well enough in their attics or sealed around all of the openings. If you've got can lights, those need to be sealed around. If you've got basically any light fixture in your roof or your ceiling needs to be sealed around. Any vent for your plumbing that goes through the roof needs to be sealed around as well.
And they'll tell you those things because they actually don't just go around feeling.
Right.
They use an actual real machine.
Yes. They actually go around. They actually do crawl into the attic in most cases and actually inspect these different items to make sure that they're either doing a good job or whether or not they need to be looked at.
And one of the things that we talked about was this door.
The blower door test, yes. One of the things that they do is they basically put this device right into your door and they suck the air out of your house to see how much pressure they can build. If they can build enough pressure, that means that you don't have too many leaks in your house. If they can't get any pressure, that means your house is leaking a lot of air from the outside in. And if you're leaking a lot of air, that means you're leaking a lot of heat back out. and then you have to reheat all of that fresh air. You're losing the air that you've already heated, and you're losing a lot of energy with that. Now, one of the things is with some of the newer furnaces, they have the closed combustion on the high efficiency. So they're pulling fresh air straight from the outside, piping it into the furnace and going straight back outside. And they want to make sure that you have enough infiltration still for your hot water heater if you still have an older style hot water heater. That's one of the things that a lot of people do is they don't replace the hot water heater at the same time. One of the recommended things is to actually replace both.
And that's not coming from the hot water heater salesperson.
No. The new hot water heater is more efficient as well as it's a little bit safer then. Your house was, if you have an older home, your house was originally designed to have an open combustion furnace and hot water heater. That means your chimney was also designed for both of them. And if you're only running one, we call that an orphaned hot water heater. And it's not
That's
as...
so sad.
I know, it's sad to think about things being orphaned, yes. So replace your orphaned hot water heater, yes.
Save a child today, or orphan hot water heater today. I feel like we need to have a hotline and start raising money for this because it's so sad. Sorry, I get off on crazy tangents.
No, it's all right.
Well, and so these amazing things that you can learn about your house, and whether you've been in there 50 years or whether you've been in there 3 years, and whether the house is 50 years old or 3 years old, this is still a perfect audit to have.
Yes.
And part of that, as we talked about, was a little bit is sometimes the newer homes may not have enough airflow.
Yes.
And so this will be a great way to figure that out.
It's not usually the case, but once in a while you'll find that you don't have enough airflow. Maybe you've done new windows and you've done new everything, and you might need actually to have a fresh air intake put into your house because you don't have enough fresh air. It's not always the case, not usually the case, but once in a while they'll find that as well. And if you have that problem, they will locate that right in your energy audit right there.
And that's the great thing is the energy audit normally is $50, but if you attend this event that we're promoting today on Thursday the 23rd, you actually get a rebate.
Yes, you'll get a $25 discount on that home energy audit. So you'll end up getting this wonderful energy audit for $25. Now, Owatonna Public Utilities still covers most of the cost. We're charged about $350.
Wow.
So you guys are getting a good deal to start
begin with, yes.
We really want our customers to take advantage of this opportunity. There's so many things that can be done after having an energy audit that you're going to find that we really encourage our customers to have one of these. But we want a little extra encouragement and give them a $25 discount for it.
And just by attending this, and you might even get some ideas from here that can prepare you for the energy audit itself. How often would a homeowner need to have an energy audit? Once, you're good?
That's a really, really good question. I guess I would look at it from the standpoint of if you've had an energy audit done, you've fixed everything on it, some years down the road when a lot of technologies have changed, or you've made a big change in your house. Say you had an energy audit done, you had an older furnace, and you fixed things but still left the older furnace. Maybe after you've replaced that in a couple of years, it might be beneficial to have another energy audit done to see what can be changed now that big change has been made in your home.
Especially now that you're offering this rebate, even if you've done it a couple of years ago. But again, some big changes. Why not come? Maybe learn a little bit more about your house,
Exactly.
and then of course technologies like you say have changed.
Yes.
So they've got more little instruments to find out where that stuff is coming
Yes.
from. Give us again, when is this event?
It's on January 23rd, which is a Thursday at 6:30 p.m. at the Owatonna Public Utilities office. If you're not able to make it on Thursday, it's also offered in Austin on Tuesday, January 28th at 7 o'clock p.m. And if you don't have Dave Thompson's information, which is on your last newsletter, but if you don't have Dave Thompson's information, please just give me a call. I can get you registered through him for the Austin location as well.
Good. So now this is for homeowners. We talked a little bit. There's those of us who rent, and there aren't a program like this for us, but we as renters and maybe have a trailer, those kind of, not necessarily homeowners.
Sure.
What can we do to maybe do some things around our own home to make sure we're being energy efficient?
Yes, there's a lot of things that really go from home to trailer to apartment. It doesn't matter what it is. A lot of these things are still the same. We do have a lot of energy conservation tips on our website. So if you go to our website, you can go look through some of those tips, and it's going to walk you through a lot of the stuff that an energy auditor is going to talk about, a lot of the stuff that we're going to talk about at the workshop, to find some of those, whether it's sealing up a leaky window or door, making sure your attic is properly insulated. Some rent a house, and they might have to talk with their landlord and get them involved with this. I understand that you can't always make the changes you want to when you're renting, but a lot of the same things still take effect. Make sure your doors are properly sealed. If you don't have a properly fitted door and you've got a little gap at the bottom, the door doggy is still a valid method. I have one in my house. So the door doggy still works.
Yes. So you need a new door.
I do need a new door, yes.
So you'll have to talk to your energy audit people. Good. Well, I want to thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you
and really
very much.
encourage everyone to contact the public utilities, find out how they can maybe make their home a little, save money, really,
Yes.
and save energy. And it's a great opportunity. Thank you again,
Thank you
Jared. I
very
hope we
much,
have you
Shelley.
back and maybe more fun stuff happening.
Yes.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
We will be right back with some furry friends, so please stay with us.